This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Let's go. I'm going to open up officially the September 3rd, 2025 Southampton Planning Board. And I have a quorum present tonight. Mark Darnold, Jim Labrie, myself, Paul Diamond. Let me just check again to see if Mr. Fergal is there yet. No. So that being said, we'll start. And also being televised on channel 191 on Charter. So the first order of business in A&R presented by Brian Huntley for 98 Moose Brook Road. And Brian's here to present. He's put up the plan. The application has been filed and the fee submitted. So we'll let Brian Huntley, who's here to present. Go ahead, Brian.
Sure. Thank you tonight. For your time, it's pretty straightforward. This is a plan that was completed by Northeast Surveys, stamped and signed by Brian. Essentially, I have a piece of property on Moose Brook Road that is approximately 55 acres total. It is one deed, but it contains three parcels within the town assessor's maps. Essentially, landlocked piece here. There's another piece here. And then where I'm actually looking at subdividing is on the south side of Moose Brook Road, right here. This is approximately 12 acres, and I'm cutting it in half. And I'm planning to build a house on the top of the hill right here for myself. So the plan is to get approval tonight to subdivide it, turn that into a separately deeded parcel to take it out of my trust, and all of the remaining 49 acres will remain in the trust, will remain in Chapter 61, will remain as active farmland for the foreseeable future, or the rest of my life, hopefully. So that's kind of it. Any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Questions from Mark or Jim?
I see no questions.
Looks straightforward.
Brian, are you seeking a property address for that also for the assessors?
So there's already an address. It's already listed as 98 Moose Brook Road, and I think it's because there's some sheds that have been there for many, many years. But if I look at the tax bill and if I look at like Google, it shows up as 98 Moose Brook Road.
Okay, so
I don't think I need to, but
right. Okay, so parcel B in the future would be probably needing the address then, correct?
yes, but it's like I said, it's still going to be 6 acres, which is going to be part of the 49, and my plan is to leave it the way it is, not create it as, necessarily another lot, because also the parcel on the north side of the road is also part of that second lot that I'm creating too.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, that I'm not looking for an address on that or anything else.
All right. Very good. If there are no other questions, let me just see again, check here. Okay, no other questions regarding this A&R? Do I have a motion to endorse?
I move that we endorse the A&R as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Mark and seconded by Jim. Any other further discussion? All in favor? Jim?
Aye. Jim, aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Okay, Brian, thanks for bringing that up and sharing your screen, and thank you very much and good luck.
All right. Do you have any idea how long until there's signatures and I can get it to an attorney and get it recorded?
I'll have those signed in the morning and I will leave them at the clerk's office
Okay.
and you can pick them up. I'll probably be there sometime before 9 o'clock. I hope to get there early, and then they'll be at the clerk's office after that. And remember, they're not open Friday, so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, fantastic. Thank you all. I hope you all have a great evening.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Good luck.
Take care.
Take care, Brian.
Next, I have the building permit for 70 Crooked Ledge Road. It's an ADU and it falls under the new zoning, but I want to preface that by saying even though the zoning that we changed and had passed at town meeting for ADUs back in June has not been officially approved by the Attorney General. I was advised months ago after the state had changed that would be in effect regardless of whether our zoning had changed or not for ADUs. So they sent the application is for I got an owner here. The contractor is Lackish Enterprises out of Northborough, Mass. But the applicant and the construction supervisor is Carl Mariani out of Northborough. But the applicant is he was out of Montana. I don't know if he's taken residence here yet or not, but it was someone that was going to relocate from Montana by the information I saw.
Yeah, there was a lot of different names with a lot of different locations in
Yeah,
that.
and in the place that's sent the plans is called Tiny Homes. Out in the eastern part of the state. So, but I mean, this permit link that they've got now, which is a residential building application, state of Massachusetts, obviously, and whatever software they're using. It's good in some ways, but on the other, as I explained to Art Lawrence and Ron Lauren, there's nothing on these applications that gives you any indication about disturbance of land. Nothing on there at all. So how do we catch this is what I was trying to tell Ron. I said, we've got to be able to see plans and whatever. They sent some things and some things were available on this site, but not everything. But when I looked at it and found the plans that I forwarded to you guys and saw that it was a small ADU, then I guess I wasn't too worried about it. It's a pretty good sized parcel, but a small house on it. The only thing I found, which isn't our purview anyway, but and Jim, you can, and Mark chime in on this, there's a stream that goes through some of that parcel by the looks, right?
Right. It's just north of the proposed house. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It's north of the proposed house, actually.
Yeah.
It's
And
drainage way shows it on the side of the parcel, but
yeah.
That would be Concom if they getting close to that, right?
Right, exactly.
right. Yeah, it doesn't show up on the wetland maps as a wetland, but
I mean, it probably meets, for all intents and purposes, I don't know, probably meets the setback requirements for the stream and the wetlands there.
If it's a perennial stream, it has to be 100 feet or 200 feet away, but they don't really designate where the stream is, which is north of the house. They designated drainage way if you're looking at it a lot on the right-hand side, but I didn't see anything on the USGS maps or
Could we refer this over to Concom just to have them put their eyes on it?
Well, they are going to anyway because
Okay.
there's a stream on the property, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But I don't believe that has any bearing on what we decide. I mean,
Correct.
you got setbacks and everything. is there any issues that you see with this at all?
A couple questions. One was, why are they doing ADU? I mean, why aren't they just applying for straight building permits?
Because you have to, now under the new ADU, you have to get a building permit and it's by right.
Isn't it an attached dwelling unit? There's no
No,
attachment
they
associated with it.
they can be standalone too.
Okay.
Yeah. And what can, it's neither here nor there now, but with that size parcel, I'm wondering
There's gonna be a whole bunch of, can you put multiple?
would there
ADUs on
might
one
be
lot?
more than one unit on that, but again, that's neither here nor there for what we're dealing with. But the
Right.
question that came to my mind when looking at the plan, a one bedroom house with a 1,500 gallon septic system. I mean, that's what they require for 3 and 4 bedroom, don't they?
They usually require 2 compartment tanks. Well, for residential, I think the 1,000 gallon is the minimum size. Again, Title V changes once a month, so I'm not sure what.
Well,
There was one other item regarding the Title V, the soil absorption system. It's located within 100 feet of the proposed well. And by Title V, the proposed soil absorption system, leach field, has to be at least 100 feet away. The septic tank can be 50 feet away, but the leach field has to be 100 feet away.
Well, that's the building department that would enforce that.
Right, building or the health department. I mean,
Yeah.
they surely got to get a valid perk test and a Title V
Plot plan,
plot plan and construction certificate before they can proceed.
yes.
should I make note of that?
I think it's a note. I don't know if it's really our purvey to determine that, but I just noticed that it was in violation. I hate so people will start building and then find out they can't do what they anticipate.
Yeah, I haven't any idea if Board of
Now-
Health, the health department has reviewed that yet, but I could make a note of it just as a precautionary measure if you want
Yeah, that would be
in
good.
my comments.
The other, I mean, I don't know. I'm just wondering, if the Attorney General didn't accept or sign off on the town meeting for that, accepting the ADU from the last town meeting, are we allowed to still move in that direction? Or do we
Yeah.
wait?
Richard told me that right off the bat. He said you can go by right without site plan or anything like that. The only thing that they would have to conform to are the setbacks, front, side, whatever else. And some of the criteria that's under our current one, but without, it's under the minimum with the state is 900 square feet for a building. And this is what, a little over 500, 530 or something like that. So they're under the square footage for a gross floor area. There's not a lot. There's not a lot there that we can really contest with. When you were on the board before, Jim, remember how they had to be attached and everything?
Yes,
And they had to have a separate entrance, blah, blah, blah. Well, now they can be standalone. So, and now you can have them over a detached garage somewhere as well. So,
so Richard has no problem with us moving forward with this, even though it's not accepted yet.
no, he
Okay.
said that would supersede any zoning because they understand that when they made the move, the state, I guess, they mandated it and said, well, now you people have to change your zoning to meet this by right. And of course, how many cities and towns can do that at a drop of a hat? A lot of municipalities can do it by their council boards or whatever, or planning departments, planning boards. But in our case, in some small towns, we got to wait for once a year when this comes up at town meeting. So that's why they probably put in that provision so it wouldn't curtail any kind of development on that. So
Okay, perfect.
there's no other questions. I'd like a motion on that to approve the ADU for 70 Crooked Ledge.
So moved.
I'll second it, but should we, because we don't know the disturbance, should you put a clause in there if you're to go over 40,000 square feet on disturbance? You had a note, come back to the board. Should that be on it, or you think that's
No, yeah, you're right. Technically, yes. I mean, with the size of the building and such and the leach field, I don't think it's going to come to that. But
yeah, I wouldn't think so, but they have a big garden, who knows?
right. But again, and Art didn't give me an answer on this, and I don't know how we're going to do it going forward, other than we look at the we get these permits by this new permit link system, and then probably get some plans, have the meeting, we have do the calculations. Paul certainly could do that, and Mark probably could do it as well with GPS or something, and find out what the disturbance area is, and then we'd have to then postpone the building permit and tell them they got to get stormwater. So it's just going to add some time for someone if they do trigger it.
Right.
But yeah, I'll put that notification in.
Okay.
So motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, Mark,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
myself, aye. That's approved. The only other thing, I really didn't have anything other than if anybody wanted some thoughts on that Maple Street merger.
How many
What was
lawyers-
what was your final conclusion on that, Jim?
Yeah, how many lawyers did it take to describe a deed?
Yeah. Well, I found it interesting reading it and knowing that that law was in effect, that if you have the common owner, the same owner of two non-conforming parcels or a non-conforming parcel, and they're adjacent to each other, they automatically merge. I didn't realize that was in effect at the time, so I see where Richard was coming from. But that hasn't come back, that hasn't resurfaced yet.
No, and that's been now probably over 10 days. I sent his review to the assessors, sent it to the applicant, and I'm sure they forwarded it to Attorney Rizos, who was their attorney, but haven't heard any more. So
I think we should just wait for them to come forward with it, and then we can figure it out from there, I guess. It's a very, very confusing one, that's for sure.
Oh God. After reading Richard's, I was going good there for about the first 3 or 4 paragraphs, and then at the end when he threw in some wrench, I'm going, so what the hell is the answer here? I was more confused with the last paragraph than I was with the first 3. So anyways, anybody got any other committee reports or any other business they'd like to bring up?
No, I'm good.
No. All set.
All right, my friends, thank you for joining in tonight and getting this business taken care of, and have a good couple of weeks. I don't know what's on the agenda for the next meeting, but if there's nothing comes above, we'll have the meeting off. Otherwise, I'll let you know. So we're good to go. Do I have a
Excellent.
motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded.
Jim, that must have been all your time on select board to be so quick with
So
it.
moved. Yeah, when it comes to adjourning, yeah, we go.
Motion made.
Jim taught me that move.
All in favor? Aye.
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Aye on the adjournment, yeah.
All right. Have a good week, guys. Take care.
All right.
All right, thanks. We'll see you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.